Sorry. So, hi, welcome to ImproMaths session on constructions. So, in this next half an hour, I have already covered this session before, but since few of my students requested that I do it again, so I'm going to do this one again. So, please bear with me for this time, and next time we will start with another chapter. So, this particular session will be completely dedicated only to constructions. So if you are interested in constructions, please go ahead and please uh, make sure that you are logged in till the end, because I'm going to cover perpendicular lines, how to draw perpendicular bisectors, how to draw angle bisectors, and how to draw triangles when the sides are given. Okay, so for that, first of all, you will need your geometry set. From the geometry set, we are going to need a protractor, a ruler, a compass, one pencil, which is sharpened. See, your tools are very important when it comes to the when it comes to constructions, because if it is slightly blunt, your readings may go out of view. So what we are going to do is now is I'm going to share my screen, and then I will start with the constructions. So first we will start with perpendicular bisector. So give me a moment till I share my screen, and then we will start. If you have any questions, you can drop me in the chat so that where is my okay, just give me a moment. Please pardon the noise behind me because I have okay. Where is it? So you can drop your questions in chat. As you can see, there is a chat option here. I will also keep that in mind. Okay. So I can see myself here. So, okay, I have to share. I found it. Okay, so we are going to do perpendicular bisector. So let's take our scale first. Since I am having the online version, my tools are going to look slightly different than you, but I will ask you to keep on doing it so that I will realize how you are. If I have any chat options, and I have any chats which I can see here. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat. So let's say I have a line which is 7 centimeters long. Okay, and I will just put it aside. I have this point is A, and this point is B. Now you will realize that my tools are not as flexible as yours because I'm using the online version. Now take your compass and bring its point on A, and take a distance roughly more than the half of the line, and you are going to draw an arc on this side and also on this side. Okay, now make sure that you take the same distance. You don't change the distance in the compass, and you draw another arc which is going to be here. Okay, we have to draw the arc from A again, and which is going to be here. Okay, so I will put it again on A. You have to make sure that you're using the same points where you're okay. So if you see, I have these two crosses, and when I join these two points, this line, let's call it CD, is your perpendicular bisector. So if you measure this angle here, it is going to be exactly 90 degrees. So once you finish drawing the perpendicular bisector, you have to go and measure the angle and see if it is perfectly 90 degrees, because there are a lot of things that are going to affect. First of all, the flexibility of your compass is, if your compass is too loose, tighten it at this area where there is a screw. Get it tightened before you start doing this. And at the same time, your pencil and the way you are joining these 2 points, it is going to make a lot of difference. And then you have to check whether it is exactly at 3.5. Yes, it is exactly at 3.5. So your I'm going to repeat this process again, since it is a perpendicular bisector and it is a very important part of your constructions. So I'm just checking if we have any comments. If we don't have any comments, no problem. If you have any questions, you can definitely drop a message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw everything again. So we don't need so many tools right now. So I'm just going to remove all the tools. Only thing that I have is my scale, my ruler, and my pencil. So you have to remember that your pencil should be sharpened. The pencil that you're using in the compass should be sharpened as well. Okay, before I proceed, please subscribe to this channel and like this video, so you can get more and more updates of in the future, and you will be always in sync with whatever we are sharing. Okay, so now let's draw. Let's take a bigger line. So let's draw a 9 centimeter line. Why I'm taking odd numbers? Because it's fun dividing odd numbers, nothing else. Okay, so again, this is my point A. Okay, this is my point B. Naming the points is completely optional. Since if they have given you the point that line AB's length is 9 centimeters, of course you'll have to name it. But if they have said a line is 9 centimeters, naming the line is just optional. I am doing this because it is easier to explain. Now I'm going to take my compass. Okay, now if you see, the distance is slightly on the edge, whether it is half, whether it is not half, I don't know. So I'm going to slightly increase the distance. So this distance has to be more than your half, the, what you say, approximate half of your line. It doesn't have to be exactly half of your line. It needs to be more than approximate half of your line. Now again, we are going to, oh sorry. Okay, so this is your, this one, and this is another arc that I'm going to draw from B. Oh, I forgot the arc from A. No, no problem, I can do it again. So basically here, I'm going to draw arc from B. You have to keep the distance same, whether you are drawing the arc from A or whether you are drawing the arc from B, doesn't matter. You have to keep the distance the same. Okay, so now join these 2 points, these intersections. And this, let's say this is line CD. This is the perpendicular bisector of your line AB. So just let's measure. So this is my 9 centimeters, exactly 4.5 centimeters, which is half of 9 centimeters. And now again, we'll take our protractor and we will put it here and see, yes, it is exactly 90 degrees. So how precise your tools are, it makes a lot of difference. Okay, now I'm going to give you a line and you're going to draw it, and you're going to drop your answers into chat, what you got. Okay, you can, if you can upload a photo, you can upload a photo, otherwise you can just tell me what your answers are. Okay, so let me clear, and my line AB is going to be 6 centimeters. Can you draw this perpendicular bisector of 6 centimeters and tell me in the chat whether you can do it? So are you able to do it? I hope you are able to do it. Okay. Just so now we are going to do angle bisectors. Now for angle bisectors, I'm not going to go into details of angle construction. Okay, some people are messaging me that they are unable to see. Okay, let me drop the link to them. Just give me a moment. Okay, since this is live, you should be able to see me. Okay, so now, okay, so now we are going to do something called as angle bisector. So we are going to, again, ruler and pencil are the most basic of your tools you can have. So take your ruler here and draw an angle. So let's say my angle ABC is equal to 50 degrees. Okay. So what is going to happen is half of 50 degrees is going to be 25 degrees. So I'm going to bisect this angle. So this is, let's say, my angle side. Okay. And then I'm going to take my protractor, nicely place it over here and mark 50 degrees. Okay. And then I'm going to draw a 50-degree angle. Okay. If you have the need to know how to draw the angles, I have done a previous video which clearly mentions and which clearly showcases how to draw the angles. You can always go there and refer to that. Okay, this is C. Now this angle is 50 degrees. Again, now you have to take your compass and you have to reduce the distance in your compass. So what you're going to do is first put this compass nicely on your B. Okay, maybe take some distance and draw an arc on your side BC. Then take this here and draw an arc on your side AB. Okay, now you can keep the distance same or you can change the distance, is up to you. The distance again has to be more than this, more than half of this, the distance of between these two arcs. So I'm going to keep the distance same and I'm going to draw an arc here and I'm going to take this and put this on the arc on AB. Okay, and I'm going to draw an arc here. Okay, now my work is done. Okay, I don't need the compass anymore. I'm going to take my I'm going to reduce the size because I need the precise angle and I'm going to pass it through this. Okay, now I can take my compass and I have to check. See, it is exactly 25 degrees, 0, 10, 20, 25. So this is how you bisect your angle. Now you will say this was a very small angle. It was so easy to bisect. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a bigger angle and I'm going to take an angle which you can construct. Okay, I'm not going to use my protractor for that. I'm going to take an angle which I'm going to construct. So you'll have a idea of how to construct angles also. This is a rough idea. You can refer to previous videos which I had done about 4 months back and you will learn in detail how to construct an angle. So let's clear everything and again take a line. Now I'm going to draw an obtuse angle. So I will just make sure that my sides are okay. So this is my okay. So this. So let's say my angle ABC is equal to 120 degrees. This tool is not very flexible, but it's a very useful tool, so I'm still using it. I'm going to take my protractor, sorry, not protractor, my compass. This is my B, this is my C, let's say, and I am going to draw an arc like this. I'm going to fix this distance and I am going to draw a semicircle. Okay. Then I am going to take my compass and mark here. Now, if you draw a line through this particular um, arc, you will get a 60-degree angle. Okay, sorry. I'm going to draw again because it erased everything. But we don't need a 60-degree angle, we need a 120-degree angle. So this is how we are going to do it. This is 60 degrees. Now keep your compass on the 60-degree mark and draw an arc for 120 degrees. Now this angle, if you draw a line through this particular point here, you are going to get a 120-degree angle. Oh, sorry. We have straight lines, right? Okay, we have to do it again. This tool is slightly not very flexible, but it's very useful. So I'm using it. Since you have actual physical tools with you, this is going to be easier for you. Okay. So what are we going to do is I am going to draw the arcs again since those were erased. This is my 60 degree. This is my 120 degrees. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take my line and I'm going to pass it through this point specifically. Okay, now this is my point A. Now if I want, I can check whether this angle is really 120 degrees. So if you see, this angle is really 120 degrees. So this is how you will construct your 120-degree angle. Now what we are going to do is we are going to actually bisect this angle. We already have these two arcs here. All we have to do is take this. Sorry. Okay. We are going to, or maybe slightly bigger size so that we can go above it. Now why I'm drawing the lines so thin, because generally your arcs need to be very, very light, because those are called construction lines. And when you have construction lines, right, your arcs need to be very thin so that your actual lines are dark enough and can be distinguishable. If you are doing constructions on a regular basis, or generally when you go for your engineering, and we are doing engineering drawing or any kind of drawing basically, which is geometrical drawing, you always have your construction lines which are smaller. So what we do is, okay, now we are going to draw a perpendicular angle bisector through this one. Okay. Now, something, my hand moved and so it has to pass through this point. Okay, if it is not passing through this point, it is not going to give you the exact 60 degrees that we are expecting. Okay, my hand is moving a lot, but for you it is going to be easier. Now adjust your compass and see, it is 60 degrees. So 120 divided by 2 is 60 degrees. So this is how you draw an angle bisector. Now next one is we are going to do triangles. So let's say I have a triangle A, B and C, where my AB is equal to 3 centimeters, BC is equal to 7 centimeters, and AC is equal to 6 centimeters. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I don't need a protractor anymore. So what I'm always start with the bigger side, because the triangle looks nice basically, and it is easier to draw it with bigger side. So I will take my scale and I will draw a 7 centimeter line. Okay, now I will name it. Always name your sides. Okay, always name your sides. So my 7 centimeter sides is BC, and I will write 7 centimeters over here. So now I know that my AB is 3 centimeters. That means from B, I have to draw a line which is 3 centimeters. But I don't know in which angle I have to draw. I have to draw an acute angle. I have to draw an obtuse angle. I have no idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to take a measure of 3 centimeters. Okay. And I'm going to put it on B. And I am going to draw this one. Okay, sorry for the background noise. So I drew a 3 centimeter arc. Now my AC is 6 centimeters. So again I'm going to take my compass. Okay, I'm going to put it on 0 and take a measurement of 6 centimeters. Okay, slightly offline. Okay, this is 6 centimeters. I'm going to make sure that my compass doesn't move. Okay, and this one. So now this is my point A. This is my point A for sure. Okay, all I have to do is now take a line and join this point and join this point. And then again, like what we did for BC, we have to write it. This is 3 centimeters and this is 6 centimeters. Okay, so this is how you draw your triangle. So any of you have any questions? If you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat so that I can answer them for you. Okay, no problem. We are going to draw one more triangle in which we are going to use one of the angles. Okay, like one angle is given and two sides are given. We are going to draw a triangle which is like that. So again, let's say we have triangle ABC where they have given AB is equal to 8 centimeters, then BC is equal to 5 centimeters, and angle A, okay, is equal to 70 centimeters. Okay, so these are my specifications. You can see these are my specifications. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to draw now here 8 centimeters is my biggest line. So I'm going to draw. Also, my angle is A. Now in this case, even if AB was not my longest side, but since my angle A is given, I will take it as a horizontal. So it's easier to draw that angle. So our aim is to make our life easy. So whenever an angle is given, you have to always make sure that you draw that side horizontal. So if instead of angle A, they had given angle C, I would have drawn BC as my horizontal side, even if it was not the longest side. So now I have got my AB. Okay, it is 8 centimeters. Now I know my BC is 5 centimeters, but my angle A is 70 degrees. So I'm going to take my protractor, place it on A, align the 0 properly on my line, okay, and mark 70. Okay. And now since it is my construction line, I'm going to draw a very, very, very fine line through this point, because I don't know where my 5 centimeter line is going to. Okay, I will go and check the angle again. Is it 70 degrees? Slightly bigger than 70 degrees. So we have to draw it again. Okay. So, okay. And it is here. Okay. So I'm going to draw a line just passing through this point here. Okay. Now, I don't know where on this line my point C is going to be. So I will take 5 centimeters distance in my ruler. So I will take as like last time. I'll take distance as 5 centimeters. Okay. And then I will put it on B, and I will make sure that oh. Now if you see, my angle is not reaching. That means my BC is, this triangle is non-constructible. So what we are going to do is we are going to change our side. We are going to make it, let's say, 9 centimeters. Okay, line BC. These are all the examples I'm taking on my own, so these may change. So again, I will change this one. Okay, and take line as 9 centimeters and lock it. Now take your B like this. So it is going to be crossing somewhere here. Okay, so now we have to extend this line. Okay, now this is going to be a problem. Okay, now this is my point C. All I have to do is join my line here, make it slightly thicker. Just join my BC, and again if I want I can join my AC, make it dark. So this is my triangle ABC. Okay, so construction of triangles is quite easy if you can handle your geometric equipments properly. So make sure that you have enough practice. Take any measurements that you want and keep on doing these triangles. And I will see you next time with more stuff. I will release whatever I'm going to do in the next few minutes for the next. Till then, subscribe to this channel and like our Facebook page for any further updates. Till then, bye-bye.